So many rappers struggle with knowing what to post on social media, or how frequently they should be posting on social media, what should they be posting on social media. All these type of questions end up causing headaches and stress, and then rappers start to get defeated and feel like they don't even know how to navigate social media and ultimately just give up on it. Well, I don't want the same thing to happen for you, so today I'm going to show you how to take the stress and the headaches out of planning your week for social media. That way you know exactly what you're going to be posting, what to look forward to, and there's no surprises and no headaches. Let's get into it.
You know that we coming liars. I'ma keep praying to God. Tell those little niggas stop it. Tell my mama that I got this. You know that we coming liars.
What's going on? It's Pimp Fried Rice, and welcome to the Music into Millions podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the #1 podcast for independent artists who don't want to wait on a record label to be successful, because hashtag I don't need a label. So like I was saying, social media is hard. Like, I even fully understand that, even though I'm constantly posting. And I'm not going to even say like I'm an expert at social media. I'm constantly learning and finding new things to improve what I do. But I feel like I have a pretty good grip on it, and I've done a lot of things that have taken the headache out of it for me. So I want to share these things with you so that way you can make the process easier, simpler, and more effective. That way you're getting likes, comments, and shares on your music that you're putting out. The first problem with social media is that there's so many different platforms. It gets really overwhelming. It's like you have Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter and LinkedIn and YouTube, and just the list goes on, and it's like by the time you're finished listing it, that's like 10 different things that you have to make content for, and it's like, I didn't sign up for this shit. I just want to be a rapper and I just want to make music. But on top of having all those platforms, there's the issue of not even knowing what to post. How do I know if I should just be, posting my song, or if it should be a photo shoot, or should I, do graphics? I see people posting memes. I see people posting a whole bunch of stuff, and it's like, I don't know what to do personally for me and my music. Well, don't worry, because today I'm going to show you exactly how to figure that out, and like I said, take all the stress and headaches out of posting on social media, and we're going to make the process as simple as possible. So my personal solution to, the overwhelmingness that social media creates is simply just planning out my week. I mean, when you take a half hour at the beginning of your week and just say, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing, and you lay everything out and just take that time, that saves me so much stress and headaches throughout the week that I literally shoot myself in the foot that I didn't start sooner. But you can't beat yourself up. Just know that if you start today, you're no longer going to have to deal with the same stress that every other rapper is dealing with. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about on how I plan my weeks out. And if you guys stick around to the end of this video, I'm actually going to give you my personal planner that I use to, plan out my social media. That way, when you guys are writing everything down, you know exactly step by step how to go about it, and it's as easy as possible. So the first sheet that comes to my weekly social media planner kit is what I call my goal sheet, and that looks like this. Let the camera focus on it for a second. It looks just like this. And now I'm going to explain what each of the little sections mean to you guys. Obviously nothing's filled in yet. And then I'm going to explain to you how I fill it in, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like after I have everything filled in. That way there's no confusion whatsoever, and you guys are on your way to making some great social media content. This first box right here is for goals, and that is the first box that I fill in, and the reason for that is if you don't know what you're trying to accomplish with your posts, you're not going to know what to post. And by actually just laying out a few, like 3 to 4 simple goals for the week, you can know exactly what you're going to be posting. And if you do post something, if it doesn't line up with your goals, then there's really no reason to post it whatsoever. So like some of the goals that I have for this week are, promote BeatStore, build hype for the marketing course that I'm coming out with, which, side note, if you don't know, I'm coming out with a marketing course for rappers, and it is so jam-packed with gems and the keys to just succeed with social media and email lists and distributing your music that I am so excited for it to come out, because it is a phenomenal course. So once you have 3 to 4 goals laid out on your sheet, then what I do is I go to people to connect with, which is the next section right over here. And the reason I have that section is because the music industry is literally about building connections with people and networking and building these relationships. So what I do is I plan about 5 to 10 people per week, and I write their Instagram handles in here or their Twitter handles or wherever I may be finding them. Usually Instagram, because that's kind of my main bread and butter, although I do, use pretty much almost every platform. But yeah, I'll just write out, 5 to 10 different names of people I want to connect with, and what I do is, the people whose names are in that box, I then, whenever they post something, I like the posts, I comment on the posts. If they have stories that they're sharing on their page, I'll go and check out their stories. If they have, like little polls or questions, I'll answer those. And then I'll just reach out to them and be like, hey, what's going on? Because what I'm doing is I'm essentially nurturing a relationship, because all the people that I put in this section are not just random people that I want to, connect with. They're all people that have a purpose. So like that could be, Young Thug, because I want to produce a beat for him. Or that could be Rotation Records, which is a record label that's near me. I could just be connecting with them and reaching out to them, which then potentially opens the door for me in a lot of different other aspects. So the people to connect with section is just, once you figure out what your goals are, there's going to be people in the music industry who are able to help you get to those goals faster, and that's essentially the people you want to put in here, because they're the people you want to start connecting with and networking with, because they're going to get you, to your goals. The next section right here is graphics needed. And that would be if I have to make like a meme or an infographic or a chart or anything that's really going to require me to sit down, whether it's on like Adobe or Canva, which if you guys don't know, use Canva for your graphics and memes and covers and stuff like that. Not necessarily covers for like projects, but just for different social media things. I mean, check out their website. I plan on doing a whole episode on Canva alone, because I use them for pretty much everything. You can make YouTube thumbnails, business cards, flyers, Instagram posts, infographics. I mean, I made this on Canva, so you can really make anything. But I highly recommend using them. But that's what that section is here. Graphics needed is just anything that I have to put together for me to post. The section right underneath of that is photos needed, which also could double as photos and videos needed. I just simplified it and put photos though. And that would be if you need to take a photo shoot, maybe you have, some content you're going to be putting out, or maybe you have to film a little 30-second, promotional video for your song that's going to be coming out, or maybe you have an album and you want to do like a little question and answer video that you're going to be posting on TikTok or Facebook or whatever. That's where that would go. So basically just any photo shoots you need to take care of, any video shoots, any little videos you need to put together, that goes in this section right here. And then the bottom section is just notes, and that's really anything that comes to mind as I'm writing this, whether it be like, for photo shoot I have to coordinate with, Sadie, so that way I know when me and her are going out to take the photo shoot. Or maybe the notes could be something along the lines of, remember to include the link for, a single that I just dropped. But anything that comes to mind that's going to help me either remember something or make this better, or just, simplify the process, I put down in this note section here. So this is the first sheet that I fill out in my weekly social media planner kit, because once you have your goals in mind and once you have everything all laid out, the next step is so much easier. Alright, and so once I have the first sheet all filled out, I go to sheet number 2, which looks like this. And don't mind the fact that it's in black and white on here. When I give you guys my social media planner, it's actually in color. Just the printer I have access to is not a color printer, so you guys get to see the ugly, boring version. But the version that you guys will get is nice and pretty and has beautiful colors on it. So what I use this for, and now this essentially has all the different platforms, and there's actually 2 sheets because I couldn't fit them all on one. So I have all the different social media platforms. I have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and then on this one I have YouTube, email, and then I left 2 blank because I figure you can fill in whatever ones you use, whether that be Snapchat or LinkedIn, other things like that, because everybody kind of has different ones, but these are really the main ones that people focus on. So then what it is each of them have their own column. So Instagram's this whole column, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and then if you turn it over, it has the days of the week. So it has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so on. And so what I do is, once I have my goal sheet all laid out, I say, okay, what type of content am I gonna need? For Instagram, I'm gonna be posting, a beat video on Monday. So then I would write beat video. And then I would go to, what am I gonna be posting on Tuesday on Instagram? And basically I just go down the whole week and fill out, okay, I know I have a beat video on Monday. I know on Tuesday I'm gonna be posting my favorite custom beat sessions that I've done over the past couple weeks. On Wednesday, I know I'm going to do a little snippet from a podcast. Maybe it'll end up being something from this episode. But basically, I just go down the entire list then and fill this out until I have all my content planned. And now, don't feel obligated to post on every single one of these platforms every single day. I know I do promote that, and if you're kind of established and you have your foundation down and you have this whole system in play, you definitely can, and it's super easy. But if you're just starting off, I would suggest, maybe pick one or two that you really want to laser focus in, and then just start working on them, really get the process down, and then as you simplify everything, you can move on and start adding all the other social media platforms. With that being said though, something to help you simplify the process is you don't actually have to make brand new content for each one of these individual platforms. What you do is you actually just stagger the content. So if I have all my content for Instagram filled in, what I could essentially do is just bump it down a day for Facebook. So if I'm posting a beat video, because you don't want to post the same content across every social media platform on the same days, because that just gets really boring, and you want to have your content rotate for the people who check you out on all the platforms, because not everyone is going to see you on every single platform. Some people will just see you on Instagram, some people will just see you on Twitter, but there is some people who follow you everywhere, and you don't want them to get bored and feel like, oh my god, this guy just posts the same thing on every single account every day. So what I do is I'll do beat video on Monday for Instagram, so then Tuesday I post that same beat video, and then on Wednesday, because I posted the favorite custom beat session on Instagram, I post that on Wednesday as opposed to Tuesday, and literally just bump it and work my way down. You can recycle and reuse content for other platforms. So don't feel like, oh my god, I have to make 40 different contents, or 35 different content, whatever this is, for all these different sheets, because that would be extremely overwhelming. What you just have to do is you have to make content that matches the context of the platform. And now what I mean by that is, so if I'm posting a video on Instagram and then I'm sharing it to Facebook the next day, you don't want to include the 30 hashtags that you just used on Instagram, because one, people are going to be able to tell this is not native content to Facebook, because hashtags don't work the same on Facebook as they do on Instagram. So people are instantly going to be like, this guy is a little bit lazy, or maybe he's not putting a lot of thought or effort into any of this stuff. And it really just comes across. So what you do is when you repurpose it the next day, you make the content match that platform. So if I'm posting, the same picture on Facebook that I posted on Instagram, instead of just sharing like maybe a sentence long caption, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a whole little paragraph that explains the photo. I'm going to dig deeper and dive a little bit deeper into the story behind it. That way it fits for Facebook's platform. And if you guys want to know a lot more about that, I cover all the different social media platforms, how to navigate each one of those in my marketing course. So now that you guys kind of have an idea of how to use the planner, I'm going to fill it out real quick, and then I'm going to hop back on and show you guys exactly what it looks like when I actually have everything laid out, so it's a lot more simplified. Alright, so now that I got it all filled out, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but I'm going to walk you guys through it. So basically, we have in the goals section, like I said, I have 4 goals. Build hype for marketing course, promote beat store and custom beats, provide value for artists, and then promote damaged goods and keep callin', which are 2 singles that I have coming out with 2 artists. People to connect with, like I said, just like 5 to 10 different artists. Smart Rapper, Rotation Records, Legion Gabe, Wishmaster Beats, and Music Entrepreneur Club. These are all different channels on Instagram that really connect with the type of fans that I want to connect with. So by me getting in there and connecting with their fans and putting myself out there and getting myself known, I'm putting myself on their radar, but also on the people who are already following their channel's radar, who now eventually may come back to my channel to check out what I'm doing, which is how you gain new followers. So then after that, I did the graphics needed. Like for this week, I need an infographic for the next big rapper, which is, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see that on Thursday, or it may already be on my Instagram if you guys, depending when you see this. And then also I need to make a custom beat ad, so that way I can promote, the custom beat sessions that I'm doing right now. And then for photos needed, I need a couple different videos for my fave custom beats, which is essentially just all the sessions that I've already had. I want to just make a compilation of them, that way I can show people some of the work that I've done. In studio with Jules, which is an artist that I work with, and then a snippet of the podcast episode, which I essentially just, take what I have off YouTube, find like a nice 2-3 minute section of it that has just a lot of value and, you know, gems inside of it, and I just share it to Instagram, Facebook, and everything else, and then expand on it like I was telling you. So then after that, I just go to notes, which for this week I just have to get headshots done for podcast thumbnails because all the ones I have are from a couple months ago and I didn't shave and all this other stuff, so I just want to get some updated ones to look better. But that's the first sheet, and then the other two sheets, like I said, you may not be filling the whole thing out. Like I don't have every single column filled out in this, and I don't have every single day because I don't necessarily post every single day on every single social media platform. On Instagram and Facebook, I definitely do because those are like the main bread and butter of where I promote myself. So then, like I said, Instagram, I do a beat video on Monday, and then Fave Custom Beats. And basically what I'm doing is all these different posts line up exactly with the goals that I put on this chart, and everything lines up. So if it doesn't have anything to do with these goals, I'm not going to post it on this chart, which means it's not going to go on my social media. So like I said, and then I rotate it down. So like I said, on Instagram I'm doing the beat video on Monday. Well, on Facebook I'll do it on Tuesday, and on Tuesday I'm doing favorite custom beats, but then I don't do that until Thursday on Facebook. So now the people on my Facebook are gonna think that that's, you know, original content, because even if they follow me on Instagram, it's not all of a sudden like boom boom in the same day and it's just like overexposure. It actually is more of like, it serves as a reminder if they've already seen it. It's kind of like, oh yeah, you've seen this content, well, check it out again. And then that acts as another form of promotion. Because if you only post, like say you're promoting a music video that you just dropped, if you post that music video on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, Snapchat, all on one day, and you do that same video every single day, you are going to look like a spammer and be boring and annoying basically all your followers. So you want to rotate the content so that way it's just not as repetitive and you get, you know, a little bit more of a fresh perspective for all the different stuff that you do. Because we all, as people, don't just do one thing. Like you don't just make music, you don't just make music videos, so don't just post pictures and videos of your music. Show people other sides of your personality. But like I said, that's something I cover way more in depth in my marketing course. For those of you who made it to the end of the video, you watched the breakdown on how we did all this stuff. If you want to take the headaches out of your social media planning, all you got to do is go into musicintomillions.com/resources, and then on that page will be the link for you to download this free kit. Like I said, the kit is in color, so when you guys get it, it's going to be a lot better looking than what mine is. This is just the I don't have a color printer version, but this has taken the stress, the headaches out of promoting on social media, and has taken hours of me, you know, freaking out, not knowing what to post, and turned it into a half hour on Sunday, plan everything out, and voila, I'm good to go for the week. And then I just have to make what little content that I wrote down in here, which usually maybe takes me about an hour or two, nothing too crazy. So there you go, you guys have my secrets on how I am stress-free when it comes to planning my social media. I'm gonna back up a little bit, I feel like I'm right in the camera's face. So you guys have my stress-free kit on how to plan social media, take the headaches out of it. Like I said, if you want this for yourself, go to musicintomillions/resources. Be sure to download it. Other than that, see you later.